Yeah, there's a reason I dig trenches for a living. Fucking dryer vent broke. Luckily that's like a adapter going through the ceiling, so I just need to get a new hose and it'll work out. Which probably needed to get replaced anyway. I don't know if you can see it. It's fucking clogged. I can fucking taste it. Alright, I did some shit off camera because I am on pretty limited time. Putting the camera up takes time, and I've just been trying to get this shit done. I've been frustrated as all get out with half of this shit because it's just not turning out right. So none of the studs that went in originally are level. So it's very slight, but if you were to run your hand across this wall, you'll actually find that the drywall does not sit flush against the studs. It's actually a very, very slight curve, almost like the whole thing was forced into place. And because of that, the little patches of drywall I've been putting in don't sit flush with the rest of the drywall. Now the washing machine's gonna be right here, so it's really not that big a deal in this case, but it's just a pain in the ass. I'm just fucking tired of it. I was gonna record myself putting in the shower pan, but that was so much of a fucking pain in the ass that I just was cussing and mad as shit, and it's done, it's in. So now we're ready for Durock. I gotta pick up the vanity. Flooring, obviously, I've gotta go back to my mom's house and get that flooring. And with any luck, Chris and Eileen will meet me at Lowe's and they can pick out whatever paint they want to put in, because they had mentioned that they want to be the ones that paint, which is fine. They can paint. I fucking hate painting, so. In the meantime, there is a couple little tiny holes I'm going to try and patch. This thing obviously broke, so that's going to come out some point today so they can paint around it, and then I'll put a new fixture up. I got to mud those screw holes in that side real quick before I leave. But it's coming along. We got the concrete around the toilet flange, shower pans in. That is somewhat sort of done. Put the angle stop in for the toilet. I haven't done anything with the sink side yet. I want the vanity in first. And then I was gonna fuck with the door frame before y'all got here, but that's gonna be so much of a pain in the ass. I think I might just try and line it up, put some caulk on it, sand it down a little bit and paint it over. And then I also took a little bit of time and kind of organized all my tools and stuff. Alright, so let me break out the drywall mud, get those few little things patched up, and then hopefully I'll meet Chris and Eileen over at fucking Lowe's, and we can hopefully get most of this done. What I'd like to have happen today is at least the Durock put up, and if I can get most of the walls painted, cool. And I'd like to get the vanity in. I'm not too worried about actually plumbing in the vanity yet. I just want it in place. I can do the plumbing at some other point. The toilet, I don't necessarily need a second person for, but I do need the flooring to get in first, so I'll probably see if I can get the flooring in. And I need to know where to cut the flooring so we can get the fucking vanity in. I would have taken a lot more time and not rushed this as much as I have, but I've got a very limited amount of time each day, and not to mention, I've only got like 12 days left until you get here. The rest of the place, on the other hand, most of that's just going to be storage. I got to put it in bins and put it somewhere. And then the kitchen is going to stay pretty much the same. The fridge got cleaned out, so we can put beer, food, anything we need in here. All right, let me take care of patching those few little holes, and I'll get back to you. The camera thing. So what do we have to do?
Well, I'm going to start painting. I'm going to make it look real shitty. Nice. Real nice.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can do something nice.
It'll look good. I mean, you're gonna have to sand down some of the mud that I left. I mean, look at this shit, dude. That is garbage. That's why I was kind of hoping you'd bring Eileen. She's Hispanic, you know. It's fucking genetic. She knows how to do mud.
Yeah.
Did you see what I was talking about here with these studs? These things, the Durock needs to be set on solid studs. But that back left corner, see how there's not a stud there?
Yeah.
So it's fucked. So I'm gonna cut 2 boards, nail one in this way, and then nail another one on top of it. And so that way it'll just be something flush for it to set on. Problem is, there's also nothing for here neither.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna have to toenail something into that 2x4. I'll figure something out for that, but there's no fucking stud there.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, well, talk to the designer. Where's my fucking tape measure? How tall is this? 6 feet. I bought, I think, 8-foot boards, so.
Should I sand first? Because...
You're gonna want to sand first.
Yeah, I don't want paint.
Yeah, no.
Which means I should probably do that too. Right.
Yep, so our lighting will be a little fucked up, but fuck it. Let's take it down and see what happens. Unless you want to start on the, on your left side wall.
Oh yeah, but I gotta sand. I don't want to sand after I've already painted something. True.
Alright, well then, which switch was this?
Fucking, I don't know.
Not that one. That one. It's off. It's being held on by the wire, Chris.
No, it's not. Are you fucking kidding me?
Look at it, man. There's no way.
What the fuck, dude?
God damn it.
Where's that ladder?
I got a step ladder in here.
I really only need to sand this right here.
There's a little spot right there behind where the toilet used to be.
Right here?
Yep. It's straight up being held on by the wire. Oh my god, dude.
Huh.
Give me some wire cutters, man. You're gonna fucking love this.
Where are they at?
In the, Stanley box. You're not gonna believe what this thing's held on with.
You know, I feel like I am gonna believe.
You'll never think about it. You probably will believe it, but you'll never.
They ain't in here.
Oh, the Milwaukee bag. Sorry, I put all the electrical stuff in the Milwaukee bag. So got us a little bit more lighting.
There you go.
What is this? That's your ground.
No way. It's a fucking paintbrush.
It's a goddamn paintbrush.
Oh, I can use this paintbrush.
At least there's plenty of wire. Is there any wire nuts in that electrical bag?
Yes. Can you hand me 2 of them?
Just in case someone turns this switch back on. I don't want them to arc. I don't think these are rated for 120, but we're gonna deal with it.
Your dad put this in there, didn't he?
He put everything in here, man. That just goes to show you how fucked up everything is over here, man. I'm not joking. The fucking light fixture was held on by a fucking paintbrush. You should have seen how the shower was before I tore it out, man. When the floor broke, he put a fucking piece of sheet plastic on it as a drain pan.
Alright, where's that sander?
It should be on the kitchen counter somewhere. Why are you getting the grinder?
Honestly, I don't know.
If you need the extension cord, it's over here on the gun rack.
Alright, I got the sander plugged in.
Alright. If it throws the breaker, I'll kill you. I mean, I'll go pop the breaker.
What's that step? You took that step ladder?
To your left.
Do you want me to sand here too? Down by the actual thing for the toilet?
Yes. Well, down here doesn't matter too much, but if you can get it somewhat even. The way the pipe runs down there, you see how it's not sitting level?
Yeah.
It can't because there's a fucking drain pipe right behind it. So the drywall's a little fucked up there. But I would say sand around it, get best you can, but the toilet's gonna be in front of it, so.
Okay. I mean, I don't think there's really any sanding this hunter.
Is it just falling apart?
Yeah, it's just taking all the shit off.
Well, don't worry about it then. But the washing machine's gonna be where you're sitting anyway, so it doesn't matter too much.
Okay.
All right, you were saying?
What I want to do, we have a little bucket or something?
Yeah, you got plenty of buckets. I don't know if they're clean on the inside now, because I've been using them to mix mortar, concrete.
So
just
what I want to do, I'm going to set up the pan, roll it out, then once I get up to here, I'm going to take the paintbrush, scoop a little bit of that paint, the lighter one, and go.
I might have some, like styrofoam bowls. Or there's this bucket right here. Why am I carrying this?
Oh, what about this?
What? I've been using that for water.
Alright, I won't
But
use it then.
no, I can use bottles, man. Use it.
I can use these dinner plates, Hunter.
Either way, whatever works best for you, Hoss.
Alright, this is going to be a little tight because you're trying to do something, I'm trying to do something, and your GoPro just died. That's fine.
Alright, so time lapse for the rest of the video. The fucking GoPro died. There's a pretty significant gap here, but I'm not gonna try and cut a bunch of Durock just to shove in there. And I can't even get a screw in it, it'd just shatter. So instead, I'm just gonna mud the corner. All right, that's the tape. All right, so it's the day after Chris painted, and I finished the Durock up today. I got these couple sheets in, and then just called it a night because it was like 9:30 by the time we left. The big camera ran out of storage space, and the GoPro died. So it was kind of fucked. We just decided to keep working. I'm not gonna wait for shit to charge, you know? I know it doesn't look perfect, but this is what I'm working with. I put a corner on this edge. I was gonna do the same thing. I cut a little strip of Durock here, just to get to the corner so I can nail this corner in. This is so thin, I mean, it's kind of fucked, to be honest with you. What I really should have done was, instead of laying them vertical, should have done them slats. That way I could cut them all the length the way I needed it to, but we're not gonna do that. Instead, I'll probably just end up mudding this over. I'll probably cut a little thin strip of drywall just to nail in there, and then it'll be done. But this is what it looks like. Chris did a fantastic job with the paint. There's a couple little spots I need to do. I gotta sand down the this little patch I did yesterday. I've gotta put mud on that little fuck up right here. I don't even know where this came from. Oh, this was the shelf that was in here. Pop had a shelf that went over the toilet that had, like, you know, toilet paper and cleaner and shit in it. But it was nailed into the wall, so I forgot to mud over those. I've got to mud all these screws in this gap, and same thing on this side. Got to kind of mud that corner, mud all the screws. And then this, where the mesh is at, is all going to be, and where the screws are at, is going to be thin set mortar. And as you can see, same thing with what happened over there. There is a little bit of a gap here, which actually I might be able to take a drywall screw and just screw it in right there. Let's try that real quick. Oh yeah, that worked almost perfectly. There we go. So yeah, it's coming along. The next step I gotta do is I gotta grind out a little bit of this concrete I put for around the toilet flange. When I put the concrete in, the first go around I ran out. So I went and got another bag because I'm gonna end up using it to do the supports for the deck. Put a little bit more in here and I ended up high. So I went and bought a tiger paw for the grinder, and I'm just gonna shave it down a little bit. I literally can't see a fucking thing. It's a little bit better. Let's see if we can take it down just another notch or so. I know you probably can't see it, but that's level close enough now for the toilet. All right, I gotta let the dust settle and everything before I can do anything else, so I'll be back. All right, we're not gonna need much of this to mortar over everything, so we're just gonna cut a little slice in the bag. And it's pretty much the exact consistency I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything special beyond just what I need to fix these little holes right now, and then I'll probably make some more to go over the mesh, but this will be fine for now. Oh, there's a lot of these holes though. The rest of those are kind of in the mesh. I'm just trying to do the ones that are not in the mesh right now. Yeah. Well, I ain't got much of this left, so we're just gonna go until it runs out. Alright, I'm tired. I think I'm going to call it here. I've worn myself out. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Alrighty, here we are. I got the rest of the mud for the joints done, or the mortar for the joints done rather. I gotta wait for that to set to put the tile in, and I ain't got the tile yet. So instead, we're gonna put the vanity in, and then hopefully start on the flooring. Now normally, I just cut these caps off, put new caps on, but I had to use the last few I had on this, so I can't really do it again. So instead, what I'm gonna do is mark it out with a pencil and pull the whole thing out. You see I vaguely got a circle there going. Impact with a good old paddle bit on it. It's not really a good circle, but it's good enough that I can find kind of where the center would be, which is right about here. And that is not going to be big enough to fit the cap on there, but it might be for the pegs. I've got an idea. So instead of trying to stick the caps through there, we're going to go ahead and cut and fit the angle stops. We've got some 3/4 by half couplings, 2 angle stops, 3/4 pinch clamps. Where's the 1/2 inch ones? 1/2 inch pinch clamps. Hex is right there. We'll put about a foot section or so on the angle stop and just go ahead and slide it through the wall, cut the 3/4 off, slide everything through the vanity, and fit it where it's going to need to be. Put it all back together, turn the angle stops off, and then just leave it. The drain on the end is going to be a little bit more complicated. I don't have an 1 1/4 bit, so we'll have to saw cut that one. I really hope nobody's out front. Poly cutters. And then I think that'll work. I'm gonna take the channel locks just in case. All right, I gotta see if this AC is working again. For some reason, this window unit is like not wanting to work. It'll stop. Are you gonna work today? Yeah, you're gonna work today. I want you low. There we go. It'll never be 62 degrees in here unless it's the fucking winter, but if you set it low enough, that just means it'll keep fucking running. Take our 1/2 inch pegs and go ahead and cut about a foot section off of it. I know we're not gonna need a foot, but that's what I'm gonna take. Take a clamp, put the angle stop on there, make it sit flush, and I'm gonna crimp these on the side. So ideally this will sit either straight up or sideways, preferably straight up. Do the same thing with this one. See, we can get this through here, and you can get 3/4 pegs through there, but the cap itself ain't gonna fit. I could spend some time trying to get those caps off, but it's not fucking worth it. So instead, what we'll do is I measured out the bottom one, the longer one. Figure out which one that is on this side. So that lower one is the cold. Go ahead and cut our cold off. So then we'll save ourselves enough room that I can get the pinch clamps in here. Cut it right about here. Of course, every time I forget to take the fucking pressure off, but whatever, it'll dry. Press this back up against the wall. Push it till it stops. Take our pencil. It's gonna be pretty much impossible to get a completely concentric circle in an area as tight as this, but we're gonna give it a shot. And that should give me just a little bit of an idea of where I need this. Yep, see, it's kind of a circle there. Do the same thing right here. Cool. Cut the height, and again, same deal is happening here. Leave just enough room for me to play with. Just cut it, get it going. And trash. Press that right up against the drain. That's hard to do. Did that give me any sort of idea? Not really. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kinda eyeball it. Kinda eyeball it there. I don't have a hole saw quite yet, but I might have hole saws. Got bits and everything. So, what size is 1 1/4 inch? It looks like you. 1 3/4 inch, that might work. It's a little tight of a fit. I'd have to kind of like ream it out. Let's go back to the 2 inch. You go through here. There we go. There we go. Instead of marking it, just line everything back up. And again, kind of eyeball it. Right about, yeah, right in the center of my circle. Did this fucking battery just die on me? Come on. Yep. Out with the old and with the new. Funny how I needed that much, huh? All right. Now we fit check it. Ah, it was just a fucking hair high. Do I have a piece of string or something? I've got the extension cord. Ah, that fucking sucks. I need a piece of 1.25" with a bell on it to bring it out. But otherwise, we drilled it right. But that means we're kind of fucked here. But you see the idea here, right? This will sit kind of flush, go straight up to the sink. I think the only thing that we can do is go ahead and just plumb the angle stops in, leave them off for now, and just call it a night. Because I have to get a piece of 1.25" with a bell on it to extend that drain line out. I could run to Lowe's and get some more PEX caps, but I am not fucking with that right now. I do not feel like it. Normally I would just leave the cutoffs off and not fuck with it, but kind of have to have water, at least on my dad's side. And it's almost 9 o'clock anyway, so it's about time for me to start headed back home. I hate to do this because you have no idea how much of a bitch it's going to be to get the old clamps off so I can recut these. It is what it is. Oh, come here, cunt. This sucks, man. I brought everything inside just for shit to not work out tonight. But it is what it is. Go ahead and shut these angle stops off. Hot and cold. All right, so that's put on hold until tomorrow until I can get a piece of 1.25" with a short bell on it. But other than that, this is what it's gonna look like. So obviously it'll be tile and a shower body here. But you have the sink here, shitter there, laundry machine there, and then ideally the door would open this way. But the way my dad wired it in was these switches are on the wrong side. At some point, I'll probably fix that, but in the meantime, what I might just end up doing, because this door frame is broken anyway, just put the door back the way it was, where it'll swing inward, or I'll switch the hinges around, put them on the other side so the door swings outward. I'm gonna try and get this shit done as soon as I possibly can, but I'm gonna be realistic. This is gonna all get cleared out, I know that for a fact. However, the deck and everything out back, I'll have a fire pit ready best I can. Hopefully Chris will come help me with that. We'll just clear out a little bit of a spot, put a fire pit in, and I'll just kill the fucking grass and roots and anything else that's out there. But I can't do the deck. It's just not possible. Not only is it gonna take too much time, but I can't afford to put a deck on this house right now. I'll have to do it in a few months. So unfortunately, boys, I apologize. The backyard's gonna be a little bit more of a mess than I was anticipating. I don't have the money, man. I don't have the money, I ain't got the time. Y'all are gonna be here in 10 days, and unless I can come up with 5 days vacation and $2,500 in 4 days, then it's not gonna fucking happen. It's a whole lot of time that I ain't got. So I'm sorry, boys, but it's not gonna be what I was expecting. I'm about to have some real late nights, Bubba. Anything for you guys, man. I'll do anything in the world for you.